Ben, good to see you. I think one can't overstate what has happened in the last couple of weeks with respect to Joe Biden engaging on the world stage, but in particular ways. It's not pink cloud to pink cloud with everybody. In fact, he had a tough conversation with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and the lack of a conversation with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, sort of sending a message to both of them, too, that America will have a clearer role even in the Middle East.
No, that's right, Ali. And if you think about it, who were Trump's favorite leaders? Mohammed bin Salman was perhaps at the top of that list. The first trip that Donald Trump took as president overseas, he broke precedent. Instead of going to one of our neighbors, he went to Saudi Arabia. And of course, the leader that Donald Trump would never criticize was Vladimir Putin. And I think what you see is Joe Biden very deliberately picking venues. The Munich Security Conference, where he gave that speech today virtually, that's the venue in the heart of Europe, signaling, you are our friends, you are our allies, not these other guys. The agenda is very different. He's talking about democracy, standing up to Russia, climate change, diplomacy to get back into the Iran nuclear agreement. So both the tone, the settings, and the substance is entirely different than what we've seen in the last 4 years.
So, Ben, this is the moment to determine whether some of those alliances have been damaged. Obviously, G7 is a key alliance. NATO is one that was undermined by Donald Trump. Is everybody happy to take America back again? Are they okay to say, hey, let's just forget about the last 4 years and it's back to business?
Well, yes and no. On the one hand, it just shows you how extreme the Trump policy is or was, that Joe Biden's had to go out of his way to reaffirm we are a member of NATO. We honor our commitments to NATO. We're back in the Paris Agreement, which the U.S. led in negotiating. We're prepared to have diplomacy to go back into the Iran agreement that we took the lead in negotiating. So this is a sea change. I think the rest of the world, particularly our allies, have thought, on the one hand, we very much want America back at the table, back defending a set of values, back working to solve problems like climate change or dealing with pandemics where Trump had been totally absent. On the other hand, they just lived through the last 4 years, and they're looking over Joe Biden's shoulder and thinking, well, who are those crazy people behind you who stormed the Capitol on January 6th? Can we trust that the Americans won't do that again in 4 years? Can we trust that they'll keep their word? If we want to negotiate a complex agreement, like the Paris Agreement was or the Iran nuclear deal, can we trust that the Americans won't just tear it up? So his task is much harder than just making a speech and setting the right tone. He's going to have to build back credibility month by month, year by year, initiative by initiative, because of the wrecking ball approach that Donald Trump took to our alliances and our role in the world.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.